Look at y'all. That's why I mess with TikTok. Y'all be on it. TikTok, y'all actually do sell the classes out of every platform. Y'all always show up and show out. So I just want to commend y'all. This is why we always pour into you more on this station and this channel over here, because hey, you pour into me, I'm pouring into you, right? But I want to say right now, TikTok, y'all are leading as always from as far as the platforms that we're on. So you guys are always hungry for the information. I love that. And thank you for seeing my value and understanding it. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me put the link up. I know I am just talking for the people that don't know what we talking about, right? Let me put the little info up for y'all. So real quick, that's just like what you're going to see when you get the link. You can go to the website and read everything. These are some of the things that we're going to, discuss and what we're going over. Okay. We're going over all those different things and strategies. So you'll get that when you hit the link. I'm going to move my head out the way. So there's the phone number and the link. Hello, YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have already been on TikTok for a little while. So I am just now getting over here, hitting the live button for you guys over here. Okay. I called this evening Financial Empowerment Hour. Of course, I have a couple of things that we could talk about, but I kind of wanted to find out from you all this evening what you actually wanted to go over, what you kind of wanted to discuss maybe this evening. And so TikTok has already started. YouTubers, if you all want to chime in, you can let me know kind of what you want to go over. And don't worry, Tay, it's okay. It's okay. Long as you're doing it, tribe member. Appreciate you. My tribe on here. Y'all know and understand. We hit that double tap. We hit that double tap screen around here. Okay, let me go back up because I think I answered the last questions. Real estate investment startup. Okay, good question. Let's talk about that a little bit. Talk about some side hustles to start. Okay, we can kind of go over that a little bit too. So what questions are we not asking that we should be asking? I like that, Tay. See, Tay, you always come through with it. What questions should we be asking that what questions are we not asking that we should be asking? Tay, I like that. I want to answer that first. So questions that you cannot get answered from anywhere else, right? Majority of people who are on this internet charge you for everything, right? I'm a tax and business strategist. I have a wealth of knowledge in banking and accounting and tax, like stuff that you would have to pay somebody to ask for, an accountant or a CPA or a tax attorney. That's the type of stuff that you guys should be asking me on here. Like this kind of basic stuff, like LLC startup and, y'all, we talk about this 100 times, right? You can get that kind of information. That's part of that YouTube, TikTok university kind of information, right? Hit me with some harder questions. Hit me with something that you cannot get asked anywhere else. And no question is a dumb question, okay? And don't feel like that. Remember, we're here to learn. We're here to educate. We're here to learn because financial literacy is not taught in school. That's another reason why I get on here and spend my own personal time talking to you guys, because I know when you went to school, you didn't learn credit, taxes, money management, how to start a business, how to be an entrepreneur. They don't teach this stuff in school, right? They don't teach us about credit and money management. So I want you to hit me with some harder questions. Now, if you don't know any, that's why I have a lot of topics that we could go over, and I try to just randomly talk about stuff, but that's what I'm also getting out of. I don't want to be random. 2023, I'm being a lot more strategic with the type of content that we're putting out and sharing with you, especially in the community. Any of y'all that's paying in any of my communities, my membership groups, we're definitely rolling with a strategic outline for the next 3 to 6 months and moving forward. So, all right. So the next one I really see is real estate investment. Real estate investment. So after Tate asks, what questions are we not asking? Thank you again, Stir Motivation. Okay, real estate investment startup. So when you ask me that, Rhonda, what exactly do you mean? Are you saying like real estate investment, how to get started? Are you saying how to acquire money? That's kind of an open-ended question. So give me a little bit more detail with that one. Um, Blue on me. I ain't seen you in a while, girl. What's going on, Blue on me? Okay, hold on. I'm just not scrolling up to the rest of the questions, y'all. She said it's so much to ask. The fastest way to build business credit. Okay, because remember the other people I needed y'all to answer me again to give me more detail. Fastest way to build business credit would be as soon as you apply for your LLC or your corporation, immediately set up your net 30 accounts. I got a whole video on my timeline on YouTube and TikTok that gives you YouTube. I got a five net 30 accounts. On TikTok, I got 4 net 30 accounts. I'm giving to you real quick. Quill, Uline. I'm not a real big fan of Granger if you don't need Granger. Granger is a bunch of industrial supplies, and if y'all don't have an industrial company, Granger is a waste of time for you. Okay, I'm not with opening accounts that you really don't need, right? So Quill is office supplies. Everybody can buy paper towel, tissue, Lysol, for your house or your home, right? That's simple, easy stuff. Uline is packaging. So those of us who sometimes we need boxes or packages and stuff, Uline you can use again for personal, or not saying personal. You can't mix personal and business expenses. Let me say that. But let's say if you needed to buy some packages or something, some office supplies, right? You can go through Quill and Uline and Crown Suma supplies. Nav Business Boost is another one. I've shared that with you guys. You can go on Nav. Nav, if you want to use them as a trade line, it's going to cost you a little bit. It's about $59 a month, but it's a trade line that reports to your business credit report for you. So it reports to Dun and Bradstreet and Experian and Equifax. So I use that. I use Nav Business Boost as a trade line. So outside of using Nav as an account to look at my credit reports and scores, that's the other benefit of using Nav as well. Okay. Um, so government contracts, that has nothing to do with being better as an LLC or S corp. That's going to be again depending on how much money you make. So as far as you being an LLC or S corp, that's determined by how much money and income that your business has, right? That's not a one size fit all. There's no way to tell you that. I don't do government contracts, like not seriously like that. So I can't speak on that. That's not my forte, the government contracts. I'm still learning about that myself. But as far as like a LLC or S corp, there's no way for me to tell you that without knowing your background, your finances, where you going, how much money you making, all that stuff, right? Just know it's a difference in the two, and it's more specifically, a S corp is a taxation election. So you can have an S corp attached to a corporation or an LLC, okay? But as far as who and how, that's all more a one-on-one conversation. Is it good to make my name a LLC if I file bankruptcy? Um, it depends. What are you making your name an LLC for? Like, what's the reason? Because just because you file bankruptcy, that don't mean it's the end all be all. But my biggest thing would be, what is the reason why you would want your name as an LLC? Like originally, my first company name was Patrice Stewart and Associates Inc. That was my company name that I started in 2008. Well, I'm Patrice Stewart, right? I'm the company. I'm doing taxes. And so that's why I wanted it my name, right? Peace, Patrice Stewart and Associates Inc. But as I've grown and learned more about business and business things, I could still have it as my name. But now I'm seeing other beneficial reasons as to why you could also have a DBA name. So I don't run my company under Patrice Stewart and Associates. I run my company under Tax Credit Academy. That's my DBA name, right? But my legal name is Patrice Stewart and Associates Inc. But nobody knows that. So that's why I'm asking you, what's your reason? It's I can't just say why one or the other. Um, who on here got the crying face? Marvelous. Oh, because she said it's too many. All right, I answered yours. Let me go back and make sure I didn't skip nobody. Okay. And again, what you guys see above me, if you're just tuning in, is the 5-day wealth challenge that we have coming up. This is the last workshop of the year that I'm hosting. It's a 5-day workshop with 5 guest speakers. All 5 days, we're talking about building up to wealth, pretty much, in a nutshell. So you can text me wealth to that phone number, or you can take a screenshot of that link and type that link in, and you can read all about it, the information that we're going over, and sign up for $197 for all 5 days. Do you assist with grants? No, I do not. No, I do not. I'm not big on grants. If I hear anything from you guys, then I share it. But yeah, my page and channel is not big on grants. What's a C corp? A C corp is a pretty much a corporation that let me give you my man, you just threw me off with that one. So hold on. Let me go to my notes. Let me go to the breakdown of how the government and the IRS explains it. Okay, I like to always say. A corporation. In forming a corporation, prospective shareholders exchange money, property, or both for the corporation's capital stake. A corporation generally takes the same deductions as the sole proprietor to its figure in its taxable income. But a corporation can also take special deductions, okay? A corporation is recognized as a separate tax-paying entity. A corporation can conduct business expenses, net income, losses, pays taxes, and distributes profits to a shareholder. That's a corporation. So a corporation is a separate legal entity, and it's its own tax-paying entity. It has its own EIN number. It files its own tax return, all of that. Okay. So a corporation separates you. When we start getting in business, most of us start off as a sole proprietor, but eventually you either transition and move up to a corporation or LLC or a non-for-profit or a partnership, right? So there's different types of entities. It just really depends on what you're trying to do and how you're trying to do it. Okay. Hello, Danielle and Shantae on YouTube. How are you this evening? We have financial empowerment hour, but I kind of am doing like an open Q&A for you guys, so I can also kind of make sure that I'm answering some questions and topics of what you actually want to know versus me just randomly talking tonight. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to type them on YouTube. If not, then I'll just keep on answering TikTok because they always have questions. So so we'll just keep it moving. What should I be claiming on my taxes as a first-time home buyer and I have a Roth IRA? So, honey, this is the thing when you are a first-time home buyer and filing your house as a personal income expense versus, doing some things and strategies. How I claim my property and my rental property is through an LLC. So when you are a first-time home buyer, I'm not aware. I'll have to check to make sure for the upcoming tax, deductions, but I'm not aware that you guys have any special credits right now. Like back in the day, we had a couple of special credits. You got like an $8,000 tax credit. We had those a couple of years, like 10 years ago. They ain't really gave y'all much now. But as a first-time home buyer itself, you're not really writing off a whole lot because that's your personal home and dwelling. So you get to write off your taxes that you paid for the year. And usually when you're a first-time home buyer, depending on when you bought the house, if it's later in the year, the taxes have kind of already been paid or they'll be paid next year. So you'll get like a credit. Usually when you buy your first house, you don't really have a whole lot paid in taxes, especially if you bought the house at the end of the year. And then the only other thing you get to write off is your mortgage payment. I'm sorry, and not even the full mortgage payment, your interest on your mortgage. And this is why I'm teaching in the 5-day wealth challenge. There's benefits to us having property, you can still have a property in your personal name, but there are benefits to opening and starting a real estate LLC company, investment company, property management company, because then you're able to take a lot more tax deductions for yourself. Okay. So one of the examples that I gave was I acquired, my family home back in the last 3 years. And if I would have got it under my personal name, I would have only been doing what you're doing, right? Which is writing off the mortgage interest and the taxes. But because I'm a business owner, because I'm a tax and business strategist, I use strategies that are in the tax laws that also are in the business laws and publications. And so I learned that me opening up an LLC actually benefits me better than me running everything under my personal home, right? So I did some paperwork, did some processes to where now my LLC manages both of my properties. And then I'm able to take all kinds of deductions through the LLC, like me doing a rehab, like me, paying contractors and things like that, spending over $30,000 to get this property together. I would not have been able to write off $1 of that if I claimed this property personally. So those are the benefits of learning and understanding tax strategies, wealth strategies, business strategies, because we have to learn this kind of stuff on our own because it's not taught to you in school, right? So unfortunately, right now, I don't really know a whole lot that you could write off besides the taxes and the mortgage interest. And like I said, if you just bought the house, you're not going to have a whole lot paid into either. So that's not going to be much of a deduction for you when the house is brand new. So every single state is different, Danielle. So there's no way for me to say there's no average cost of getting an LLC. Every single state is different. So we have 50 states. Every single state and every single LLC in every single state is a different price. You get what I'm saying? So it's impossible for me to tell you what the average is. Look up your state, and then you'll know exactly what the cost is. You can go to your Secretary of State, whatever your state is. You'll look up Illinois Secretary of State, Florida Secretary of State, Texas Secretary of State, and then you'll be able to find out how much it costs for an LLC in your specific state. TikTok, come on. Y'all acting a little funny. I know you listening. Let's double tap that screen. Come on before I answer some more questions. Let's do a double tap countdown. Let's do a double tap countdown. TikTok. TikTok and you don't stop. I always be feeling extra good before we get ready to do a class. I'll be like, yeah, boy, we getting this week. We finna educate the community. I'll be extra pumped, y'all. I'll be extra pumped when we about to get in class. And this is why I'm creating school. Next year, we will have school. It's going to be called, it's not night school. Somebody else is using that term, so I can use that same terminology, night school. But just know, if y'all ready to tap in and get this financial knowledge, we about to be in school next year. After tax season shut down, be ready. Have that tax ready money, put it to the side. Because by May, we going to be in school. May, June, July, August, September, the whole summer. Time to get into school, get into class again. All right. So, all right, sorry, let me get back to these questions. Your thoughts about shelf companies. So, my thoughts about shelf companies today, I don't really have a real thought about it because I haven't used the shelf company in, I would say, like over 8 years. We used to do shelf companies because back in the day, shelf companies, when you bought them, they already had credit. So one of the reasons you would buy or look into a shelf company as a business owner was because it had already established credit, right? So if you didn't want to wait 2 years to build your credit up, have business bank accounts, all that stuff, you could buy into a company that already had it all laid out, which were shelf companies. Now it's a lot harder to find companies that really do it, that has real business credit built on it, because so much has changed within the banking and business funding industries. This is what I say. Banking, taxes, credit, it all changes. Every single year is some type of change with it because it's always new stuff happening. So the way things were 8 to 10 years ago is nowhere near the way it was today. the amount of credit that we used to get and have access to. I mean, we used to be getting 20, 50, $30,000 credit cards like this, like that. Now it's so much harder to access that kind of capital. I haven't looked at a shelf corp in over 8 years. So I ain't against them, but I just don't see the real big advantages to them anymore. Me personally, just because I'm not in it and using it like that anymore. But I'm not against them if it makes sense, funding, how to get funding for any business, starting off fresh. How can I get banks to pay? See, Belinda, this again is why we're having this conversation. How are you going to get funding from a bank and you just starting out, right? So if somebody came to you and said, can I borrow $100, and you know they don't make any money or they don't have a job, are you going to get them that $100? Right? So it's the same way. I don't really know why y'all think that as a brand new business, you about to go to the bank and get some money. You're not. You're not. I don't care what these people on the internet telling you. All of it's usually a facade. Either you're putting your personal credit up. They're pulling your personal credit. The whole loan going to be based off your personal credit. You might as well get a personal loan at that point. You get what I'm saying? But if you're trying to go get real business lending, like using your bank statements, your LLC paperwork, you're not getting lending as a brand new startup. That don't even make sense. They're going to ask you for 6 months to a year worth of bank statements. And if you have no income coming in, what are they going to loan? So I don't understand why y'all be thinking that. You need to be thinking grants, because if you're a brand new startup and you don't have no money, then you need to be only applying for grants. You should not be looking to get a loan to start your business. Nobody is going to fund you to start your business. You got to make your own money to start your business. That's the reality of it. I know the facade tell you something else, but again, having over 18 years of experience in accounting, banking, I worked for a big box bank for 6 years, did this every day, did loans every day. Every day, people getting denied left and right because y'all don't have no money. And legally, if you come into the bank, I can't deny you, even though I know you're not going to get applied. Even though I know you are getting denied and you about to waste your credit. If you came to me at the bank, I could not legally say you shouldn't be applying for this loan if you asked me for it, which is another reason why I get on here and talk being in the bank and seeing how many people walk in and waste their time. Right? It's a waste of time. And I really want that myth debunked. Y'all not getting no money if you ain't making no money. It clearly makes sense when I say it out loud to you, don't it? Seriously. In order for me, when I started my business, guess what? I had to go out and start the business to make some money. I didn't ask banks. I can't say, I want to start this tax business. You get what I'm saying? I had to actually go out here and start doing taxes. That's what made me money, doing taxes on the side, hustling. I was side hustling, right? All of you all who want to start a business, you need to start today. If you want to start selling hair, lashes, makeup, start doing the makeup today. Create a post, put it out there. Hey, say 5 friends. I want to do a massage party. Invite 5 of your friends over. Massage everybody for $50. If everybody pay $50, that's $250 you made in one day. Now you know this is a business. Now you know that you could possibly be making money doing this as a business. But some of y'all just have an idea, and then you want to be like, all right, let me start this business. No, because if it ain't going to make you no money, don't even set up the LLC. Don't even set up the EIN. Don't even waste your time. You got to first see, is this business going to make me some money? All right. Okay, I answered that one. I ain't doing government contracts, not this page. Okay, I have to open up a business account and apply. Hit that double tap, TikTok. Them hearts went away. It's enough of y'all on here to carry the torch. Let's roll. We torch carriers. Torch carriers pick up the torch. When you see them hearts go away, somebody tap in. It's more than enough of y'all to keep them hearts rolling for me. Okay, I have to open a business bank account and apply for a business credit card. So if you open up the business bank account and you don't have no credit, okay, and you apply for the business credit card, just know and understand they're going to pull your personal credit. Tell me your name one more time, user. Reese. I got it now. Hey, Reese. I got it. I remembered it. VIP. So just remember that when you open up the business bank account and you want to apply for a business credit card and the business hasn't been established or you don't have any business credit on your own, they're going to pull your credit. Okay, just know that. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of business owners still use their business. Okay. She said, I'm trying to get the bank to pay. There. Let me just bring you on back, Belinda. I just want to hit you with some reality. She said, how can I get the banks to pay, baby? I ain't mad at you though. It's just unrealistic. That's all. Tay, I'm gonna need you to quit asking your question 4 times on here, or is that your phone doing that? I got the same question from you 8 times on here about the government contracts. All right, how long does it take to get a good credit score with business credit if hitting that 30 accounts? Really, you can see you can see a score in 30 in I would say 3 months. So realistically, to build up business credit with the net 30 accounts, it take about 3 to 6 months. I think I saw a paydex score on like my 3rd month, and I probably had like a 30. Then I think I went up to like a 50, then 60, then 75, then 80. Like my paydex score now is 80 because I've been paying long enough on business credit. But it probably take like a solid 3 to 6 months to see a real score. So whatever you do with those accounts, you definitely do need to buy something from them every month, get the invoice, and then just pay the 30 days. Zillion, you're interested in the workshop. I'm going to put the link right here in YouTube for you, okay? The 5-Day Wealth Challenge is, we start tomorrow. And then also remember, you guys, I extended the replay from 7 days to 30 whole days. So am I not only charging you crackhead prices for this information? Okay, $197 with me and 5 other guest speakers, all 5 days this week. We pretty much spending 5 days on Zoom with you. And then I'm giving you 30 days access to the replay. Y'all don't got no excuse or reason why you ain't coming to learn this knowledge and information, okay? At all for $200. Crackhead prices, as I like to say. This is it. Going once, going twice, 3 times, because once December 31st, 2022 is over, Patrice will not be offering this workshop at that price again at all. I got to pour into me for come 2023. God said it. You've been giving too much out here, boo. It's time to build the resources up. We got work to do in the community. Can't keep doing free, or crackhead prices. So we got 2 communities. So TikTok, I told y'all, I love y'all, but we're going to be overdoing these long-winded on, I always want to say Peloton, like the bike. Patreon. Patreon will be $10 a month. So instead of me being on here, we're going to do these long-winded lives. You can still get your questions answered, watch the replays, all of that for $10 a month. Those of y'all like, Patrice, I can't afford your class. You can afford $10 a month. Okay. So we making it very effective and easy for you to still be a part of the community. But yeah, I got to limit my online access to y'all, and it's time to get to the community. All right. We got a lot of people that's ready for this knowledge, and I really want to focus on the people that's really ready to build. We do a lot of talking on this internet, but very few actually get in class and do the work. So I'm ready to pour into the people who ready to do some work. Let's hit these boots to the ground. Let's get this money. Let's build this wealth. Let's build these communities. Let's buy these blocks back. Let's buy these mobile homes back. Well, we ain't been buying mobile homes, but let's go and buy some mobile homes. But let's definitely buy our block back. Let's definitely buy our hoods back. Let's take over our communities again. All right, so that's January 2023 tax season. Then I'm focused on community. If you got any questions on YouTube, again, don't hesitate. This is kind of an open financial empowerment. We're talking about credit, business, taxes, trust planning. You know, so that's some of the stuff we're going to go over in the 5-Day Wealth Challenge. So don't be shy, YouTubers. There's a few of y'all on here watching. Ask them questions. Do not be shy. Do not be afraid. There's no such thing as a dumb question. If you don't know, this is stuff that you guys were never taught in school. So I don't expect you to know this stuff because we weren't taught credit and taxes and money management. Okay. Reese, appreciate you too. So just give me a few. I got you. Now I got your name good. You gonna say, will we get a DVD of the lesson? No, you will get an email with a link to watch the replays of the video. This is all video. Where you at, Henro? DVD. I thought I was old. Where the hell you been? Talk about a DVD. Who watches DVD still? I don't even got a DVD player. Henro, you old school over here. You saying we go get a DVD? I'm gonna see you a picture in the mail, Henro, of me. You are old school, and I'm just playing. Okay, it's just laugh for the giggles. That's all. I ain't trying to be. Yeah, nah, you ain't gonna get no DVD. You're gonna get access to the links. The links will expire in 30 days. I get to put a date expiration on the Zoom. That's why I love Zoom. So Zoom, you can record the content. You can send out a replay. Then you're going to say only for 30 days. Reese, don't get beat up. So yeah, that's how we do it. So that's how we send you. We're going to email you. I want you guys, those of you guys who are in the class, make sure that you check your spam, because a lot of times if I'm not in your contacts, check your spam. It's going to come from Patrice L. Stewart. That's what the name going to say. All right. Again, we give you 2 emails a day. We're going to send you one at 12:30, and then we're going to send you one at 6:10, 20 minutes before. Somebody on here putting their stuff out to wear their stuff. He ain't even made no comment on here, advertising his stuff on here. Don't be on here advertising and you ain't even made no comment and said hello to nobody, sir, whoever you are, with your shoe company. Man, I swear some of these business owners, man, I be talking about y'all. All right, let me scroll up. Let's get these questions. TikTok, let's hit that double tap countdown while I go over these questions. Okay, hold on. Let me scroll up. I see some stuff I missed. Here go Tay with 8. Tay, this got to be your phone. I'm going to pop you. Sound like my grandma. Every time you ask a question, it come through 6 times. New business loans want 10K revenue and your personal signature. Come on, Blue on me. Teach them. Teach the people. Teach the people. Shoe lady, what's going on, VIP? VIP shoe lady. I have an 830 credit score. Girl, come on. I'm trying to get to where you at. Shoot, I'm stealing. I just dropped down in the mid 6s. I was at a 7. I don't know what happened. I got to clean up my report. And this is why I talk to y'all too about the credit. You have to check your credit because stuff will come up on there. My mama name and my name is similar. I'm Patrice L. Stewart. She Patricia A. Stewart, but people still think my name Patricia. So her stuff show up on my credit all the time, and I have to always review my credit and vice versa. Old medical card, some old, I don't really have no stuff. If something come up on me, it's medical because I've been self-employed, so I didn't have medical coverage for a long time. I'm insured now, but back in the day, that's the only thing that would come up on me is a medical collection, and I dispute them right away. Because as long as you got medical coverage now or have it recently, you can dispute it and send them your medical card, see if they'll pay it. Sometimes, most of the time they probably won't when they look at the date to see you ain't had a coverage, but I still send it to them as proof. Who the hell the credit people don't know that you didn't have no damn health care as long as you got a card to show the date. That's what I send them. Hey, I got coverage. Go holler at them. Take that up off my credit. I answered that one. What can I do with my credit to start making money? So, shoe lady, VIP member. All right. So, what you got to think about is, one, I'm a little warm, but I don't have no bra on. And let me make sure y'all can't see nothing. Okay. Because it's Sunday. Ain't nobody got time to be putting on no damn bra. I'm trying to relax. Shoot. If I get to jiggling too much, y'all let me know. I'll cover up. But what was I getting ready to say? Oh, so with you, okay, if you're going to use your real personal credit, this is what I need you to do. One, you got to be strategic. I need you to write down some ideas of what you may want to be invested in, right? I could give y'all 100,000 side hustles. I don't like doing that. I got excuse me, books on top of books of side hustles. That don't mean nothing, right? What means something is, what are you interested in? What would, if you had money, what would you invest in? If you had $5,000 today, would you consider a mobile home? Would you consider starting a vending machine company? Would you consider starting a t-shirt company? Do you like t-shirts and designs? Like, do you, it's all going to be on, what do you like? What are you interested in? So I say start there. Start digging deep into, what would you invest in? What's something that interests you? And then maybe pick 3 things and then look at those 3 things and see how much money. Start doing research on the startup costs. What's needed to get into it? What do you need to do these certain type of businesses? You get what I'm saying? And then that could determine and let you know, okay, if I want to start this, I need $5,000 or I need $3,000 or I only need 500 to start this, right? That's where you got to start. But me giving y'all a bunch of random ideas, that don't work. That's not how I do things around here. Because if you just chasing the money, you're going to always be chasing the money. And that's just the reality of it. When I was in a money focused mindset, if I wasn't making money in this thing, I stopped doing it and started on to the next. I wasted so much money because I was chasing the money. When I didn't make money right away in that field, I lost. You get what I'm saying? So it don't make no sense to me telling you something. You go buy something for $2,000 and then you're not utilizing it. Now you on to the next thing. So I don't want you to waste your time and money like I did. And I say, figure out what actually interests you. That's where you're gonna really start at. Because your score is there. You got all opportunity. You winning. See, so don't focus on now. Your score is good. You got the money. You got access to capital. Now you just got to figure out, what is your strategy. Put it in place and then go get whatever you want. Because with an 830 credit score, the world is yours. Seriously. The world is yours. Seriously. Okay? If you need to tap into how to manage that credit, hit me offline. That's an offline conversation. Or get in this 197 workshop. I bet you will give you some ideas on what to do with that credit when we done with you in 5 days. All right? Will we learn about S Corps or LLC in the 5-day challenge? No. In the 5-day challenge, I'm only going over, so only because I'm seeing this question a few times. Bear with me. I'm gonna go over it. I'm gonna show you my website. Okay, I'm gonna just show you the info real quick, then we'll get back to answering questions. So go ahead, and y'all could be double tapping that screen while I'm getting ready to show you this information. So YouTube, I know you can't see. You'll be all right. That's why I tell you to go to TikTok all the time, right? So those of you guys that are here on my channel, that link right there is going to take you here. Then you're going to click right there at the very top. See, again, I'm a real legitimate business owner. So I have a real link, real information, real contact information. All right. So you're going to click here, 5-day wealth challenge. And then it's going to take you to this sales page. You see me with some of my business mentees. This was a mastermind brunch I did last year. We just did another mastermind brunch last month, right? These are all the things you're going to learn. We're going to go over the greatest cheat code to wealth, life insurance. We're going to talk about what you guys get all over the internet, that dang on IUL, internet, individual universal life insurance policy, right? Cash value life insurance policy, whole life insurance policy, term. Which one should I be? What's the options? We're going to go over all that, okay? We're going to go over tax credits versus deductions. We're going to go over asset protection. Why my LLC owns my home. I know it's a little blurry. There we go. Why my LLC owns my home. And then it's protected by a trust, right? Passive income streams. We're going to go over mobile home investing, right? So, and then when you scroll down, I even give you some more information. Here you go. Who is this for? Generational curse breakers, grandparents, homeowners, business owners, anybody who want to learn passive income, asset protection, wealth strategies, okay? Then we give you in detail every single day what we're going to go over. Monday, we're going over personal versus business credit. Tuesday, the tax cheat code, right? I share with you guys, I live my entire business. I live my entire life through my business, okay? For my annual meeting last year, for my 40th birthday, I spent about $16,000 on my birthday. I rented a mansion. I hired a chef. I brought my board out, and guess what? That was my birthday party, but that was also my annual meeting. So we're going to give you strategies, cheat codes, and strategies as to why we are writing off things under companies versus under individual. You get what I'm saying? Wednesday, that's when we're going over this whole life insurance and IULs and cash value life insurance policies. We're going to explain this to you, right? Because so many people push this information out here, but they're not breaking it down. Byron and Sharnice, they're from Chicago. A couple from Chicago, they teach mobile home investing. We're going to talk to you guys about that. You're going to learn that, how to flip that tax refund this year. And then, of course, one of my favorite days is Friday, trust and estate planning. Why my LLC owns my home, how it's protected by a trust. We're going to also show you an example of a trust agreement. We're going to show you an example of my land contract that he helped me do, right? So this is the stuff we're going over, real wealth stuff. But guess what? I am giving you access to a course, right? So you're going to get why you want to start an LLC. This is also a bonus. You guys will get this at the end of the week on Saturday. When we send you the link to all of the replays, you'll also get this link here on why you want to start an LLC. We touch a little bit about S Corps, but I do also have a real S Corp versus LLC class on my Patrice's Business School link. So on my Patrice's Business School link, we have certain classes that we've already done. And right there, LLC versus S Corp, you can get that class for $49. So that's over an hour class explaining each individual entity and then the breakdown of each one. It's a very detailed hour workshop for $50. You can get that there. So this is how you access me. You click that link, TikTok, in my profile, and it gives you all of these ways. There's Patrice's Business School. There's how to work with me if you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me. If you want to get in my monthly membership group, this is the $47 a month, get in the lab community. Next week, we'll have the Patreon link on here for you guys to start signing up for that. That will be $10 a month on Patreon. And then that's it. Everything else, join the email list, stay connected. You can always text me. That's the office phone number. If you text me family, all we're going to do is send you the list to get on the email list. All right. But yeah, that's pretty it. That's pretty much what we're going over on this 5-day wealth challenge in a nutshell. Okay. So I'm focusing on stuff that you really need to learn. You know, since I got that S Corp class, you could rewatch that. That's a recorded class. YouTube. Okay. Y'all still on there. Some of y'all. Okay. Now we're back. Let me answer some more questions. Let me refresh the screen, because then I have to see and make sure that I'm answering my VIP people first, because they are a priority. Anybody that's got VIP by their name are a priority when it comes to questions. Okay, Reese, that was the last VIP I saw. Shoe Lady, that was the last question that I answered for you. Reese, to switch from an LLC to an S Corp or corporation, is there a fee? So to file for an S Corp, no, you can just send the form. You're filling out form 2553 on the IRS website, and you're going to mail that in to them. And then they'll process that. That's completely free. To change or switch anything on the Secretary of State site, like any kind of information with your LLC or your corporation, yes, most charge a fee to change anything. You want to change your address, you want to change members, usually that is a fee. And remember, every single state has a different fee. So I don't know everybody's information indirectly. I know Illinois offhand, but every other state you'll go on your Secretary of State website and find out the fee pricing. Okay. What's the best business, LLC, non-for-profit, to earn a wage, but base it on giving, clothing, food? If you're trying to do straight philanthropy, giving, clothing, then you want to consider a non-for-profit. An LLC is not for that. If you know for a fact you want to be giving clothing away, definitely look at a non-for-profit. Once again, I'm not giving you any legal advice or tax advice or business consulting advice. This is for informational purposes, because you're not an actual client of mine. But that's what I did. I have a non-for-profit called Sense of Responsibility. And so when I want to give back, when I want to donate, I do it through that, because that way that's an actual 501c3. I can get other companies to donate. companies are a lot more quicker to donate to you when you actually are registered as a 501c3 and you have that tax letter. You can issue them that tax letter, which gives them a tax write-off. So if somebody donate $50,000 to you, they can write that whole $50,000 off. So it's a big advantage to being a non-for-profit. If you want to learn more about that stuff, you could book a consultation with me for that. No, it's something wrong with TikTok. Okay, that's blue on me. Can I put my house in an LLC and get tax deductions if I live here? In a nutshell, Laura, yes. I'm not giving you that breakdown because that's exactly what I'm going over in the 5-day wealth challenge. So if you're in the challenge, great. If you're not, I would say tap in for 197 to learn those benefits, because that's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I did. The property that I'm in, the two properties that I own, they're under an LLC. So that way I can take all of the business deductions that qualify for an LLC. As I stated, when you guys own your own home individually, you don't get a tax break. But you can still own your home. The mortgage could be in your name. There's paperwork that we're going to talk to you about that you can fill out that will allow your LLC to manage your property. So you can still have your home in your name, your husband's name, your wife's name. It don't matter if it's in your personal name. You can still attach an LLC to the property, okay, that can then take advantage of the legal tax write-offs and deductions. And I'll explain that in that 5-day wealth challenge. What are some big tax codes that are changing for this year? The biggest one is cryptocurrency. Y'all know if any of y'all doing crypto, y'all getting ready to be taxed. Actually, I got to go and take this class. I paid $500 for this class, and I still haven't had time to actually watch it. So I'm going to sit down after this week, probably this week during the day, since we already are planned out for the for the week with the wealth challenge. And I'm probably going to go through it because I got to go through it before December 31st. But to me, one of the biggest changes will be they're going to start taxing you guys on crypto. It's going to be a totally different way on how they're doing this crypto. And then also the rates are going up. So the standard rates that you get, some of the credits are going up, like the earned income credit went up a little bit in the tiers. So, I mean, there are some changes, but actually, I'm still reading and learning because they changed a lot for tax for the upcoming year this month. So I'm going through a lot of courses and classes to learn the updates that are going to be happening for 2023. So I will be getting on throughout the month, educating you guys on some of these updates. But a lot of changes happened really that last week of December. The government shuts down. They start going into Congress and Senate and, changing all of these things. So a lot of changes happen in January. This is another reason why I don't file a lot of taxes in January. This is why I have trained my clients to understand we don't rush to do taxes in January. We're not, I don't like to say, I like to say thirsty because I feel like people who rush, y'all a little thirsty. You thirsty. So I teach my people to understand, you know what I'm saying? We're not rushing. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of updates that still happen in January. So it's a lot. All right. So that's the biggest one that I could think of off the top of my head. You say, I look tired. I am. After this week, I'm going on vacation. After we do this challenge, I'm on somebody's flight to somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm booking it this week. The last 2 weeks of the year, I will be somewhere. And somewhere with some sun, because I need some sun and some fun. Chicago is so draining right now. All right, I answered that one. Invest in yourself, no quick fixes. I think 500 be my thumb max. Tay, as always, appreciate you. I know you the reason why I'm up there with them numbers, okay? Let the thumb rest, baby. Let somebody else pick up the torch. You come in all the time and draw me out. I appreciate you, King. Stop spending your monies on designers and focus on the business plan. Oh, come on, Tim, man. You sound like me over here. Come on, Tim, man. Get in the community comment. Let's roll. You say it's a bit of both. Leslie, I'm talking about, we're pretty much open-ended. We're doing financial empowerment hour, but I'm really letting you guys navigate tonight. I'm letting you throw your questions out there. So we're talking about business, credit, taxes, the upcoming last workshop of the year that I'm hosting for this week. It's a 5-day wealth challenge. So we're going over some of those, topics. So it's open-ended tonight. What you got? What you want to know, Leslie? That was that was Henro talking about that DVD. Henro, thank you though. That was a good laugh. You say, are we gonna get a DVD of the class, baby? You took me out with that one, baby. Thank you for that laugh, Henro. Are tax refunds going to be similar to what they were last year? Possibly. Y'all, there, as far as I know, we're not sure. I don't know yet. I haven't read everything. I don't know if they've extended that child tax credit for you guys. That was a big difference for people this year for 2022. I have to look and see offhand if they're going to extend that. Earned income credit definitely went up, but a lot of people don't qualify for earned income credit. And this is why I tell y'all, let's learn to start a business. Because if you no longer qualify for earned income credit, which you shouldn't, at some point we got to get our wages up. I need y'all to stop dummying y'all taxes down to get an earned income credit, right? If you're making 50, 40, 50, 60, 70,000, we got to figure out how to reinvest that money and make more passive income, not dummy your taxes down and write off all of these fake businesses that y'all really don't have, right? Let's start a real legitimate business, right? Let's start making some money from that business. And then that way you don't got to dummy your income down. You can use business strategies and tax deductions now that qualify you to help lower your income, but also save and make money. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it is. I'm being the change that I want to see. I want to see our people do better, be better. So I'm on here talking and trying to educate you tonight about it. All right. That's the best I could do. Be the change I want to see. No, I don't do invitations to join Navy Federal. And guess what? Navy Federal is closing hundreds and thousands of accounts right now because of that. Right? So every time I teach you guys Navy Federal, I explain Navy Federal is not playing with y'all. And you should not be buying an ID or, paying somebody to get into an organization. That's not how any of this works. And that's why I'm on here educating, again, my community, right? Because this is not the way that we do things around here. All right. So if you can't get in Navy Federal the legal way, being a member, being a person in the military, Navy, Army, right? Being grandfathered in. If you guys have grandparents or parents that are veterans, a lot of times you can get an account that way. But if you are not going to qualify for none of that stuff, just go to another bank. It's so many other banks, right? Navy Federal is the top one in the nation. I understand why everybody want to be in it, but if you can't, don't pay to get in, because I'm telling you right now, I'm getting ready to make a YouTube video tomorrow about this. Navy Federal is actively closing out hundreds of thousands of accounts that are attached to these people that have been selling their ID all over the place. All right. So I don't do that on my channel at all. At all. Who said that copy and paste game strong? I can't stand you, Tay. So you are really on here putting all these damn questions on here. I'm gonna pop you. I'm gonna pop you, Tay. Come on, copy and paste game strong. I want to help people. What do you suggest? What exactly do you want to use, user? Sodium of the Earth. Welcome to VIP. How are you? What is your name? Not looking, listening. Tell me your name, Sodium, if you don't mind. Or else I'll just call you Sodium. I know a lot of y'all have some funny names here on the as your title. I love reading some of y'all names, so y'all are real creative. But I want to say welcome to VIP, Sodium. Thank you. If you have any questions, type them here, because you guys are priority, all of my VIP people. Do you have a land patent on your properties? Ooh, Joelle. I see you're getting all extra in there, huh? So, not yet, working on that. Okay, but I do have the land. I don't want to mispronounce it. If it's a land trust, I think it's a land trust. I keep saying land contract, but this is why I have guest speakers who know this stuff, right? I'm just sharing with you some of my experiences, but I might be saying it wrong. I want to say it's a land trust, not a land contract. So I'm learning about the patent thing once again from Gary Atkins. Gary has been enlightening me and opening me up to a lot of different things. So What is a land patent? Let me go to the legal term. I'm gonna go on Google. All right, because again, I'm no expert at this. What is a land patent used for? A land patent is the only form of proof of absolute title to the land in the United States. It protects the landowner from claimants of co-ownership as well as the United States government. Okay. A land patent is granted to the named party of his, her, or their heirs and assigns forever. So it's a, it's a form of agreement. What's the difference between a land patent and a deed? A land patent, also called a letters patent, is a legal document issued by the federal government that grants an individual the title to land that is held by a government, which is why here in America, when we buy houses, that's why we still pay taxes, because the government still has claim on our land. Yeah, you got a property, right? But the land, you don't own your own house until you own the land. And so this is the type of stuff they don't talk about, right? You buy it, you get a mortgage, you get a $400,000 mortgage. But if somebody come in and has a land patent on your property, guess what? They got control over that land. And if your property sits on that land, then guess what? You're all right. So this is again stuff that they don't teach you in school. We can talk about that a little bit. We probably not gonna go into that too heavy, but it's definitely a topic that Gary Atkins once again has enlightened me about a lot of stuff. So that's the other part to owners owning and property, is learning this type of stuff. You also want to get patents on the land. You also want to get contracts on the land. You also want to have trusts on the land. All right. The land is what's gold. That's what everybody don't understand. Everybody think buying the real estate and buying the property is what's gold. Nah, what's gold is getting land. Even if you got land right now in a dirt back road, if you got any area, especially y'all in the South, if y'all got access to buy land, I don't give a damn if you're not gonna do nothing with it. Buy the land. If you could buy an acre, 2 acres, 10 acres, 20 acres. Somebody told me in Georgia they have like 10 acres on a lake and a possible cabin for like 18,000. I was like, where? Sign me up, because I'm looking for that type of stuff. Okay. So any kind of land that y'all see and you can get access to it, look into that. Land is going to be gold. All right. Land is going to be gold. Great question. So no, I don't know about mineral rights to the land. This ain't my forte. All right. That's not my forte. That's why I'm bringing Gary Atkins. These are all kind of questions with him, because he's the trust and estate advisor, right? Gary is the wealth advisor for the workshop. He speaks on Friday. He talks about all of this stuff. So those will be better questions for him. All right. Ugh. Okay, Joel. Let me make sure. Is whole life an index universal life? No. Whole life is not an IUL. Whole life is another type of insurance, but it's not an IUL. That's different. Index is attached to the market. So again, we'll go over that more in the wealth challenge. I'm not a licensed life insurance agent anymore. I let my license go 3 years ago. I got to renew it and get back in the game. But that's why I have a licensed life agent coming on, speaking on the challenge to talk to y'all. Everybody that I have coming on, they are experts in their field. And that's why we got 5 different guest speakers all week to talk to you, and you can get your questions answered from them directly. Because again, this is a live Zoom workshop for 5 days, not a pre-recorded 5-day workshop, live. So you get to ask these people your questions, have your questions ready. All right. It's the whole reason why we doing this, to get into community, so you guys can ask your questions in a private Zoom setting. Okay, that's that one. But the score isn't everything. Although essential, your ability to get money to improve depends on income. Right. But if they don't have any income, that credit is gold. Before I really made some real money, I used my credit to help start my business and manage my business. So credit actually is everything in America. In America, credit is gold. Credit proceeds over cash a lot of times. So this is why we still have to have these kind of conversations, because if you don't have cash, but you got credit, you could still do a lot more than somebody sometimes with the cash accessing your credit. So I think credit is very important. I've seen it change lives. It changed my life, especially when you understand, when you do learn some other things that you could do with it as far as financial things. Okay, that was do you have a land? Do you do the invitations? No, I don't. I might tell a joke, but I'll never tell you a lie. Okay. Is there a limit to how much a bank will loan for a startup business and a personal credit of 800? It's always a limit. I mean, at some point. I think you're new, Alex. If you just came in, I was saying that earlier. Majority of you guys kind of had this misconception that you're going to get a bank loan as a startup, and you're not. Okay. When you're going to ask for a bank for a loan is what? A loan. So you have to pay it back. So if you cannot show money coming into this business, you're not getting a loan. Point blank, period. All right. So you're going to have to use your personal credit, which a lot of us business owners do. But you're not walking into no bank and saying, I'm a brand new company and can you give me a $20,000 loan or a $10,000 loan? It's not going to happen. If somebody came to you today and said, I need $100, can you loan me $100, and you know that person don't work, or you know that person doesn't have stable income, right? Are you going to get them that 100? No. Same way with the banks, y'all. Same way. Okay. So I need that myth debunked, because people are on here lying to y'all, telling you that, yeah, you can have a brand new startup and get 200,000. You a damn lie. 200,000 in using my personal credit to apply for credit cards or something, but you not getting no bank to give you no $200,000 loan, and you ain't showing no bank statements and no income. Baby, back. Tell somebody else that lie. All right, next question. How long I've been on here? An hour. Okay, y'all. Well, come on, because I'm limiting my time and stuff. Okay, I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time. I'm gonna put my thing back up here again for those of y'all that want to go ahead and tap into this 5-day wealth challenge. Let's roll. Anybody else got any other questions? Anything you want me to review? Any areas you want me to review? Maybe you don't have a question on it, but maybe you want me to go over it real quick. I'm gonna say by 9, so we got less than 20 minutes left. Okay, we'll cut off exactly at 9. But if y'all don't have no questions before then, we're going to leave before then. Because it's Sunday, I'm going to try to get me some sleep. I'm probably going to take me a little sleep pill to try to help get me a couple of hours in. Because my mind is always racing, thinking. It just don't shut down. It's almost like I'm getting insomnia. I be up to 3, 4 in the morning. I have to force myself to get in the bed and go to sleep. And I still don't go to sleep sometimes. So probably going to take me a sleep pill to shut down. Other than bank statements, will business plan work as proof of income? No, because a business plan is just that, a plan, right? It's a plan. It's no real facts to it, right? When you go to a bank, let me just share something with you. When you go to a bank, a traditional bank, and even a private equity lender, you know, a commercial bank lender, right? These are the things that they ask you for. Minimum 6 months worth of bank statements, business bank statements. They want to see what deposits you're making. So if you send them a bank statement and it's all withdrawals and no income, you already kicked out. If you don't have financials are profit and loss. Every real legitimate business has a profit and loss report. If you don't know what a profit and loss report is, you're not a real legitimate business and you're not ready to even go apply for this loan. The other thing I want you guys to understand, you do not want to go into debt for a business. Get what I'm saying? So if this is a startup business, why are you going to borrow money and take out a loan? And God forbid this business don't work, then now you owe this money. The worst thing to do to be a brand new startup business is to take a loan out. unless you know that this money is going to guarantee damn near make you more money. So like Byron and Sharnice used in their example when they first bought a mobile home. They used their credit to take out a high interest 18-21% personal loan for like $15,000. But they had a game plan, they had an action plan, they had a strategy. With that $15,000, they bought 3 mobile homes, which then in less than 30 days, they were able to flip that $15,000 into $30,000. So guess what? They paid that loan back immediately to get out of that high interest rate. You got to have a game plan. You can't say, oh, I want to get a loan for my business. Y'all don't know if this business is going to make no money. What's the strategy? What's the game plan? What's the sales goal? So stop thinking I need to get a loan to start this business. No, that's honestly the really worst way to think. I'm gonna just be honest with you, being in financial services. That's the worst way to think. Because if there's no guaranteed strategy that you finna flip this money to pay this back, you thinking wrong. I need you to refocus, reset, and go back to the drawing board. All right, because you're not getting no money to start you a business. You gotta figure that out on your own. How does small business loan SBA work, and who stands a chance of getting them? I ain't going into that tonight because it's more than one loan. There's several different kind of SBA loans. Alex, that's the best I know how to be, is to keep it real and honest. I'm the realest tax and business strategist you're gonna ever meet in this country. All right, I know that for a fact. So welcome. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the notifications. All right. As far as the SBA, a lot of different moving parts, a lot of things to it. If you didn't tap in and get none of that free money from a couple of years ago, it's very hard to get an SBA loan. Most of us who have been in business, I applied way before PPP 5-6 years ago. The SBA wanted everything but our blood. They used to ask for 2 to 3 years tax returns, personal and business, financial statements, bank statements. This is what I'm saying. Real legitimate businesses, this is what we have to show if we want loans. Nobody is giving you hundreds of thousands of dollars and you ain't showing no income and no financial statements, because that means you're not a real business. Real businesses know and understand that. That's why we have tax returns. That's why we have business bank statements. That's why we have bookkeeping and accounting. That's how you get a profit and loss statement. Having bookkeeping done. If you're not doing bookkeeping in your business, that's why majority of you have never heard of a profit and loss statement, which is once again why I'm educating you. You're side hustling. 9 times out of 10, most of y'all are side hustling. You think you're a business owner, but you have no clue of what a real business owner is. And I just got to be real with you and be honest with you and tell you the truth. It has to be taught. Okay? It has to be taught. Somebody got to tell you the truth. Because I'm tired of the fake and the phony and the lies and the misinformation being put out here. Okay? If they are telling you that, it's to get your name and your number and your email. And I guarantee you they sending you an email every day promoting something to you. Those kind of posts, oh, you can have no business, no credit, no money, no this, no that. They a damn lie. That's to get your name, get your number, and get your email, and to be sending you advertisements to work with them on other stuff. But anybody on here telling you that you're doing that, they lying their ass off. Tell them to show the proof, show the money. Show me the proof. Show me the records. Show me the bank check. You get what I'm saying? I'm a show me kind of chick. Show me the real. Prove to me you know what you're talking about. So that's clickbait for most of y'all. All right. We counting down. Y'all getting tired? I know I'm tired. Y'all getting tired? 15 minutes. We got less than 15. I ain't speaking too much no more because, like I said, we going over so much in the 5-day wealth challenge. I've been all week talking to y'all. I've been all week talking to y'all about this stuff. So it's your flow tonight. Open session Sunday evening. While you got the chance to ask, speak now or forever hold your peace. All my little programs I watched. I don't watch too much on Netflix, but everything that came out, I watched. So I think I'm gonna listen to a little nip and lay down. I'm going to sleep. So we got class tomorrow. All right, y'all quiet. So I'm getting off of here. Appreciate y'all. I don't see no other questions coming through. We ain't gonna waste no time. You have a good evening. I will come on in the morning because I'm gonna go on here to hit whoever want to catch up and get this little last time in before we get started. And then that's it. And honestly, y'all can still join later in the week if you want to. I know somebody told me, can they join on Tuesday? You can still join on Tuesday. You're still gonna pay the $197 because you're getting access to the replays for 30 days. So the price is not changing if you decide to come in on Tuesday or Wednesday. You're still gonna pay the $197 because you're gonna still have access to the replays for a full 30 days. All right. So good night, Sodium of Earth. If I don't have an LLC, how does that affect my business in terms of renting my house? I mean, as far as you not having an LLC, you're not able to take advantage of the business tax write-offs and deductions. If you're renting your house out and you're not claiming it as rental income or investment income or stuff like that, and where you're taking where you're filling out a Schedule E, because that's where you would claim investment property. If you're not doing that, then there are no benefits. There is no effect on you because what separates you is that LLC or corporation. And most real estate companies are LLC. So that's the reason why you're in a totally different tax deduction and write-off when you have an actual legal entity. But when you guys have these personal properties under your own and you're not really claiming them as business income, then you're not getting those advantages. So that's the biggest thing. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate you. Okay, Crystal Jackson. Will the from side hustle to real estate business info be shared in class? Not really, Crystal. Like we're really more focusing on those real serious topics like I mean, because anybody could turn a side hustle to a real estate business. I don't get what you're saying, a side hustle. Because if you in real estate, I don't really consider that a side hustle. Like that's a serious business. So I mean, some people do it without setting up companies, but this is what I'm trying to help people understand. I would not be buying multiple properties and not setting up an LLC. Like you buying multiple properties under you or your wife's name don't benefit you at all. If you have multiple properties, I would recommend, 9 times out of 10, you setting up a different LLC for each property, setting up a separate bank account, EIN, everything for that individual property, keep up with the receipts and expenses with that property, and then you're able to take all of the tax write-offs and deductions that go along with that property and being an LLC. And you can also build business credit on each individual LLC. So if you got 5 properties, that's 5 different business credit accounts. You get what I'm saying? That's 5 different ways to obtain funding once you're there and at that level, right? Okay. So this is what the wealthy do. What I teach you is how the wealthy are flipping their money, right? I'm not teaching you the standard way that everybody else does things. What we teach you in this 5-day wealth workshop is how the wealthy have their stuff set up, how they maintain assets, how they are able to continually leave legacies and leave money and millions year after year after year after different family members are dying off, right? So this is what we're teaching you. Instead of you having your life assurance to your individual kids, what the wealthy do is the wealthy set up a trust for their family. All of the family members then get a life assurance policy. All 5 people now have life assurance. Guess what? The beneficiary of all 5 people is the trust now, not the family members, individual kids and wives, right? Because when you leave your money to your individual kids and wives and husbands, they can just blow the money. I've seen it for the last 18 years in financial services. People get access to 100, 200, 300, $1 million, and they blow that crap, right? So if you don't want that to happen, you have to know how the wealthy do. The wealthy don't leave that money to them kids. They leave it to the trust. Because guess what? When you own a trust, you can now stipulate how you want that money to be managed and spent. So you can say they can only access $10,000 a month for the rest of their life, so they 30, right? You could say, I don't, Rockefeller, there you go. Bam. You can do the same thing, people. Just because they're Rockefellers and they have millions and billions of dollars now, they didn't start off that way. They had a strategy, they had a plan. And that's what we teaching you. Life insurance is for the living, if y'all don't know. Life insurance is not only in death. You can use life insurance, you can play with life insurance, you can borrow against life insurance. Life insurance is another tool that a lot of us use who are smart and learn and understand money, right? It's a tool. We're going to talk about that. Money is a tool. Money is not meant to be sitting stagnant. Money sitting in your bank account right now is not working for you, right? Money needs to always be continually moving. That way it can be making more money, generating more money. But if it's just stagnant, sitting there, that's not winning either. I know you think that's safe. Oh, I got my little money in the bank. But the bank flipping your money 20,000 ways. All right. All weekend, they done flipped y'all money and made millions of dollars this weekend while you let your payroll check sit there, right? So this is what we're educating in the community. Big difference. We ain't worried about little bitty topics that y'all can learn online. We talking to you about stuff that you will never learn, that you're not taught in school. Okay. So it's 8:51. Any other last questions? Dropped info a month or two ago about financing. Oh, I'm sorry. I own a dealership in MD. Oh, I think I remember you, Rob, when I was talking about the car loan stuff, and you were saying I was right with the Navy Federal check and all of that stuff. And okay, hold on, y'all. Y'all do got a couple of questions in here. I'm sorry. All right, let me hurry up because we literally got 9 minutes. Exactly. That's why they call money currency, because it's on the move. Let's roll, shoe lady. Tap in. Come on. No, not saying you should stop term insurance, sodium, earth, depending on the type of term you have. That's again why we're going to go over this breakdown on Wednesday. The beautiful thing I love about Ladarius is he's just like me, right? He's informative. There are a lot of people who are life insurance agents, but I want to be honest with you guys. There are a lot of people who draw these policies up that are in the best interest for them, right? That in the best interest for them to make the biggest commission. So sometimes, again, when y'all are seeing these different people on here marketing and promoting, get you a cash value, be your own bank, a lot of times it's to get you to sign up with them. They're going to put the policy together, but it's not always in the best interest for you. So once again, this is why we're doing this workshop, so you can be informed, you can understand, maybe you can learn some questions that you need to ask your individual agent or financial services people that you decide to work with. But this workshop is really about information, right? Because again, many of you don't know these things. And somebody asked that on the last live was, well, how do we know we're working with the right person? And this is the type of stuff I want you to be aware of, because to be uninformed, you don't know. And it's very easy for you all to get played by certain people in financial services who know you don't know, right? So they could say, oh yeah, start this to start that. But if you don't know somebody who can actually review it, who can analyze it and let you know, hey, this doesn't look too good. You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand, you're going to have to pay people to do that. Because I told Ladarius, I want him to come up with maybe like a consultation that those of you guys in the group, he can look at your life insurance policy. He can dissect it, right? But understand that's time. So he's going to charge for that. It may be $150 for a consultation, a 30-minute consultation. Let him look at your paperwork, see what he got, see what you have in place to see if it's things that you can change or you can ask your agent about, right? But this is the other thing that I don't like about financial services with some people, because everybody's not willing to share that kind of real information. And this is what separates me and make me different. I want you informed. You get what I'm saying? I'm a tax and business strategist, and I don't feel like there's no reason why more people shouldn't be informed. Oh, I'm sorry. Enroll. So that's just like a snippet. If you actually text me wealth to the phone number or click the link in my bio, it'll take you straight to the link and you'll be able to read everything. This is just a summary of what you're going to see on the sales page when you're ready to sign up. So the payment plan is, I've never done this before, but I'm letting you pay $60 over 4 months. So whenever you sign up, if you sign up today, we're going to charge your card every day for the next 4 months for $60. So you have to pay a little more because I'm waiting on you to make my payment. You're gonna be and took the class and got all the info, and I'm waiting on you to make the payment. So this is my first time testing this. I'm gonna see how y'all do with this to keep up with your $60 a month payment. But yeah, that's how the payment plan works. So I did create that option for some people. All right. All right, where we at? We got 5 minutes, y'all. You got 5 minutes. Is there a limit? SBA loans? We answered that one. We answered that one. We answered that one. Drop the info a month or two ago about financing. All right, y'all, I'm out. I'm tired. I feel it in my body. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow morning. I'll probably get on around 10 a.m. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your night. For those of you that could not go in, don't worry about it. This ain't going to be the last you see of me. We're going to have a lot more coming for 2023. All right, I'm out, y'all. Have a good night. Bye, Reese. I almost forgot YouTube. Y'all was still here. Man, I almost did it. Good night, y'all.